Ha! Got your ass. I know probably scared the shit out of you. You cooking dinner? Did you spill the grease? Hey, y'all, what's going on, man? It's Savage AF. I am your boy, Black Pedro. Dude, it looks like we're going Dro solo today. Unbeknownst to me, I don't know where Shang is. He's not responded. So I hope he is, first and foremost, hope all is well, man, and that he's okay. But I'm not sure where he be. That being said, you know, the show does go on when this happens sometimes, every now and then. We get into these situations. Y'all know how it is. Thank y'all for being here. Anyways, we are Savage AF. And when I say we, I mean me today. A lot of shit going on in my head. So it's like a proverbial we. Savage AF. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. That's our motto. That's our what we live by, baby. We're here for you Monday through Friday. Mondays and Friday. We are on at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Tuesday through Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And when I say we're on, I mean YouTube, Facebook, simultaneously, same damn time. If you didn't know what that word meant, write it down. But we are doing that for you guys, Monday through Friday. YouTube, Facebook. Oh, shit. Let me do this, see? When Shang ain't here, all the banners and all the visuals, they fall apart. We do have the YouTube channel, the URL, moving there across the screen, scrolling, as they say. youtube.com/c/savageafworld. That is it. If you ever miss us live, you fucked up. Okay, you know you fucked up, right? Because you missed out on a whole comment section that was fun and sometimes frightening and sometimes violent. Violent words do get exchanged there, but if you ever missed that live, that's what the YouTube channel is for. All the shows are archived there. And then, you know, some of y'all, you might not be into the whole visual thing. Shit, maybe you can't see. You know, we here for you anyways, right? Equal opportunity entertainers is what Shang and I are. You can go wherever you get your podcast on all the platforms, and wherever. Do I need to say wherever you get your pod, you can hear us. So we'll be there for you in that sense. Speaking of being there for each other, man, we appreciate you guys because definitely today without this, I would literally just be talking to my computer. Sad. Breezy JJ's, Nicole Sadler. I see you, Bronda. Okay. We got two Nicoles in the house, Nicole H and Nicole S. Yes, Nicole's unite. That's the Nicole horn, if y'all didn't. Didn't know I was a musician, did you? You're welcome. Ev Gatlin, I see you. Queen B, too. Maya Baker doing it. Always big. Kucha Damas, our resident vagina prophet, I think is what that means. Miss Adverb, I am going to be all right. I appreciate your support. Child support would be better, but mental and moral support isn't a substitution, but it does what it do. Clean B, I see you. Miranda, what up, though? I see you as well. Thank you all for being here. Okay, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna do a show today, but don't forget, man, if you are in the Bay Area this Friday and Saturday, Shang and I will be there. Shang headlining. I'll be the feature act at the Alameda Comedy Club. Okay, never been there before. If you know anything about Alameda, where I should go, the best food or whatever, holler at your boy. Let me know what's up, man, because I'd like to explore and get out there. Best bars, somewhere to hang out, kick back a few watering holes in Alameda. If you know any, let your boy know about it. I stay thirsty, my friends. Doing a little beer today for you guys. Taking it easy. It's happy hour. Mm. Queen B says Shang said he was in Philly this weekend on his live. Well, sometimes niggas lie on live, or sometimes it's live and they just make mistake. No, um, I think he misspoke, but he's definitely going to be. Well, I don't want to say definitely. You know, we not promised tomorrow, but we are scheduled to be at the Alameda Comedy Club this Friday and Saturday, the 1st and 2nd. So look that up. Holler at us. I'm sure Shang has a list or access to the link for ticks. So let's get that in. Come out and see us. Oh, did I see RVA Gourmet? What up, child? Look at you. Good look at you. Love you, babe. Thanks for being here, man. All right, man. So Dro Solo edition of Savage AF. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. That's still our motto. Doesn't matter if there's one or two or none of us here. Actually, yeah, if there was none of us here, then we wouldn't be able to say it. So it kind of we need at least one of us here. You know what it is. It is, if you don't know, March 29th, 2022. It's a Tuesday. We're gonna get into things. Looks like we won't be ending today with a Shangry. Again, this is news to me. That's why I keep my ear to the ground, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit! Speaking of keeping your ear to the ground, do this right here in the corner. You see it? It's probably in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. At Black Pedro on Instagram, at Comedian Shang. Instagram is very important. Without it, so many comedians starve per year. And just for the price of a like, you could help a nigga get booked. So let's do that, y'all. Pass it on. Black Pedro. Let's get into it, man. We're gonna end with a Black Pedro pop in today. You know, I might have to pop in twice on y'all motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't know this, man, hackers hack cops to hack you. We'll get back into it. It's a tongue twister thing. Before we get into that, some positive news. Better late. You know how the rest goes than never. But Biden did sign into law a very important and much needed act into law today. So we'll talk about that. Before we get into that, though, I do have a critical question. Our most critical question that we ask here on Savage AF, and it is a motherfucker say what? No, literally. What was said during the 7-hour gap? What calls were made during the 7-hour gap in the White House call logs on January 6th? 2 words: burner phones. Anyways, before we get into that, man, again, March 29th, Tuesday, 2022, the year of your Lord. Savage AF, fuck your feelings. I'm Black Pedro. Comedian Shang is MIA, but hopefully SAFE. A slap on the wrist. It's a play on words. What do you think should happen to Will Smith, guys? Let's talk about it today. Yesterday we talked about it, how we felt about it, what I would have done, what Shang would have done, what you would have done, what everybody would have did. You feel me? You ain't gonna slap me, and we all, you know, I get it. But it's happened. We're constantly talking about it. What is the thing that people want to see happen to Will Smith? Please, guys, chime in. It's just us, and I got a backup beer over here. But what do you think should happen to Will Smith for going slaptastic on Christopher Rock? Oh, Queen B came in hot. Snatch his Oscar. Now we see he has violent tendencies. I would not suggest going and snatching anything from Will Smith right now. The brother seems a little volatile. Okay, a lot going on in his life, so I'm not judging it. I'm just like, don't go snatching, Queen B. If you see him, you might want to ask, "Can I have that? Could I see that?" And then run off. Try running, but don't snatch. Okay, so then we go from that. We go from snatching, to magic. RVA is asking for a little abracadabra, disappear. She wants to the poof, just Batman smoke, and then the nigga going. And then you look up and you just, the fuck happened to Will Smith? All right, so take his Oscar, basically end his career, cancel him, RVA. Is that what we're asking for some cancel there? Okay, I see it. And then Maya Baker's going pure empathy here. She says nothing. He is in so much pain emotionally and mentally. Just living with Jada is enough punishment. Well, that is something that could be changed if it was that emotionally damaging and stress. And I'm not saying it's not, but the nigga ain't being held prisoner either, and he ain't Brittany Griner in this bitch. So if Jada's really doing all that to your brother, yeah, you should bounce. And they kind of semi not together, halfway open relationship, something going on there. Like I said yesterday, the parameters of their relationship are outside the confines of what I think most of us would call a normal relationship. So, I'm not even slapping the wife and 2 kids and a picket fence around that family because they're they I think live differently than a lot of us. All right, so we gotta take the Oscar away, cancel them, don't do nothing, let the man be. Breezy JJ's, he should have had better control of his emotions. We know. But what do you think should happen to him, Breezy? Chime in. Girl, I'm not drinking apple cider vinegar, Nicole. You know me better than that. It's a Belgian white style sort of beer type. Queen Bee said, send Kanye to snatch it. You just want more black on black male violence. We don't need that. And they all crazy. RVA Gourmet said he's crazy. He was laughing at the joke. Now, I kind of dispute that. I feel like he was riding some laughter from the previous joke that wasn't about Jada. And then the Jada joke came. He's like, what'd that nigga say? Wait. And yeah, maybe he saw Jada's expression and that accelerated. But the initial laugh to me, because I saw an extended clip that had some more joke in front of it, because a lot of the clip you see is just G.I. Jane, then Will walks up, slap, keep your wife out my fucking mouth. Or what? That didn't sound right. Keep your wife out of my fucking mouth. Wow. Oh man, don't leave your girl around me, fellas. I'm sorry. I'm just a homewrecker. But I'm not fully convinced that Will Smith was wholeheartedly laughing at the Jada G.I. Jane joke, because the joke before he gave one of his, his trademark, you got a hearty laugh, and then the Jada joke came. He's kind of like, but then, oh yeah, no, what that nigga say? So I don't know. I'm not, again, I do not condone anything that Will Smith did. Where, I don't condone the slap, but I'm not sure that he was quite laughing at the joke initially. I don't know. So what else do we see? So we got take the award away. So what does that do? Well, that just sucks, right? As a Michigan basketball fan, it sucks to have Final Four banners taken away because of Chris Webber's actions, right? Like 92, 93 historically didn't happen for Michigan, on the books or whatever. So that would be a shame, because this was Will Smith's first, and he's one of the few black men to win Best Actor ever. So it's not even sure niggas are gonna get in again. You might have to do all Negro acceptances via satellite from now on, just to make sure. But AJ Fit is right here. I see him. What's up, Brody? Chris don't want to press charges. So whether you want it or not, doesn't look like any legal action is going to occur. Okay, so basically, we're gonna handle this in the family, right? Or what is the Academy going to do? Or both? Like, how does the family handle it? How does the Academy handle it? Apparently, they're talking about what to do. Does Will Smith get disinvited from the Oscars, or banned, I should say, 86th, as we say in the restaurant industry? Is that what's going to happen? RVA screaming for free Jussie. Girl, I need you to concentrate. Okay, focus, young lady. Juicy done got all he deserved. He ran game, real game. Here's what I think. I don't think Chris Rock should press charges, right? It's not this beat down thing. You know, he ain't break his jaw or nothing like that. It's disrespectful as fuck, man to man. You know, I ain't gonna say what a Chris need to do, but or should do, but I'd be calling up brothers, homies, nigga, hard hitting, bat wielding, lead pipe motherfuckers. Um, Potentially, it's easy to say what you do, but it would make me want to. But I don't think charges should be pressed. I mean, how Will Smith gonna be in jail for slapping a nigga, dog? Like, come on, man. It's not the right thing to do, but it ain't. It's not jail worthy to me. And RVA Gourmet, you know, obviously I'm biased here, right? Because RVA Gourmet knows that you know I put hands on a man recently, very similarly. Um, yeah. So thank you. She said everybody that clocks someone doesn't need to go to jail. I'd put myself on that list. But Will was dead wrong. Yeah, absolutely. Dead wrong. Wrong place for that to happen. You know, it's like airing out the dirty laundry in front of the company. Uh, it was ugly. It was ugly. Sorry you weren't there as well, IBA Gourmet. But I'll give you in person. I can show you like because some of it is, you know, that's the thing about a slap. It's mad disrespectful. Um, but you know, they really have slapping contests. I mean, they have boxing matches too, where men punch each other in the head and women. But they have these slapping contests. So you know, slapping is kind of like, it's disrespectful, it's violent, but you know, it's not this like lethal act, right? You're not trying to kill somebody usually with a slap. Um, but you know, and so that takes some of the edge off of it for me, just a little. Like I said, it was a sad occasion after all, but some of it's funny because you know them still frames of Chris just being like, or like, you know, like you know, pictures worth 1,000 words, and to see a motherfucker head to the side like, is it's a you know, there's I'm a comedian, man. There's a joke in there, okay? It's just the nigga looked funny getting slapped. I'm sorry. It's dark. Yes, I get it. I didn't want it to happen, but it did. It's like I don't want people to fall down steps, but when they do, I giggle my ass off inside, man. I really do. That's what. Listen, man. This is what comedy and tragedy are, right? Comedy, the tragedy. Comedy is when you fall down a flight of steps. Tragedy is when I fall down a flight of steps. No, if I was Chris Rock and got slapped, I wouldn't see shit funny about this. But he will, because he's gonna write jokes about it. I mean, I'd write jokes about it, but I wouldn't feel good about it. But watching a nigga get slapped is funny sometimes. I just gotta admit that. I'm sorry. So that's the dark part of me. But I don't think there should be any punitive legal actions against Will Smith. Um, I also don't think his Oscar should be taken away. Um, it was voted on before they even arrived in that building that day. Um, and despite Will's speech, where he basically tried to tie the character to his actions, it don't have shit to do with him slapping Chris, right? Like it's so. And I think historically it's a little too important to, you know, just do that over a slap. If he slammed Chris's head through the fucking stage and, you know, cause brain damage or some shit, yeah, you know, jail and take the Oscar away, and yeah, you know, no more Men in Blacks, right? But I don't know, man. So I'm not looking for you know, to have his Oscar taken away. I'm not looking for any damages. But like I say with anything else in our society, what up, BP? I see you, Brian. What up, man? Uh, so yeah, you know, one thing I always support is that if you don't agree with something, right? If something offends you, if you think it's bullshit or wrong or whatever, don't participate, right? So if you are so appalled by what Will Smith did, don't support him anymore, right? Unfollow him. Don't go to his movies. Don't rent any of his old movies. You know, don't listen to his music anymore. Don't watch the television shows, which means Cobra Kai, nigga. I'd have to stop watching Cobra Kai if I did that. Like, fuck. Exec produced by Will Smith. Fuck, man. All right, Queen B, you unfollowed him. I see you saying it. And you also said he didn't slap a white comic. That's because Chris Rock isn't white. I'm sorry. We can speculate that. Well, if a white comic had said that, he wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know. Because part of the slapping thing is the physicality, right? You got to look at the way Will Smith walked away after the slap. Completely turned his back, right? Didn't didn't ready himself for a fight. He knew Chris Rock won. Chris Rock is frail compared to him. He's not about to do anything back to Will Smith, especially not in that moment. But one-on-one, Chris Rock does not want it with Will Smith physically, right? Like that's I think we can all agree with that. So you know, there aren't many white comics out there that are like so beefed up that Will Smith would be like, well, I ain't gonna slap him, but I'm gonna write a letter. I think Jerry Seinfeld could have caught it. Bill Burr might have caught some too. He ain't them niggas ain't in shape. Will Smith done played a boxer, military, gun training. This nigga probably know Jitsu Fu Kong Do. Man, come on, man. You don't want it with Will. So, white comic, black comic. I honestly think it was just more personal between Chris Rock and the Smiths. If you look at it, there's just a little bit of bad blood. So here's another thing. Jim Carrey said, and I heard about this, that he would have sued Will Smith for $200 million. I guess a big difference between black and white people. Chris is like, I'll see you later. Jim Carrey's like, lawyer. But that's fine. So is this a civil court matter? Do we think Chris Rock should go after Will Smith civilly over money? Because Jim Carrey's argument was this slapping is going to be out there forever. And man, it's like, bro, it's embarrassing. Like as embarrassing as it is, in the aftermath for Will Smith to be like, man, I lost control and blah, blah, blah. Bro, it's forever embarrassing for Chris Rock. Handled himself well. He handled it well afterwards, but he also got handled. And I'm not trying to spark anything. I'm just like empathizing that personally, like it's gotta burn you as a man that this tape gonna be out here of you getting slapped and then be like, dude, it's a joke. What y'all call? Like that. It's like, so Miss Adverb we found her niche here. She said, get him in the pockets. And Will Smith has deep pockets. So, money ain't a thing, I guess, in that sense. But that's one solution. Like, I don't want to see criminal filings against Will Smith. But if Chris wanted to go after him for money for it, has every right to. Would not argue against that. I mean, Chris don't need the money though, so it wouldn't be about that, right? What it is about would be, Chris getting some respect back, I think, like, just in the man-to-man physical shit, like, bro, you fucking, yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. So, but yeah, okay, so financial damages, sure. Also, if we talk about, him getting canceled, that's going to hit Will in the pockets as well. Breezy JJ's asked, Chris turned the other cheek. Good example for his children. I mean, it's a good example of being a bigger person. It is. It's just a hard pill for me to swallow. Be like, somebody slaps you in your face and turn the other. Y'all know I'm not religious, man. Y'all know I'm not, man. So, yeah, I don't think Chris Rock deserved that slap. No matter what was going on between them interpersonally, but it's hard for me to just be like, yeah, Chris did the right thing, because it wouldn't feel right. It just is right in a greater moral social sense. But interpersonally, I'm like, that don't sit right with me, bro. I don't even know. And sometimes this bigger person shit just doesn't work for me, because people just end up shitting on you, and you're like, oh well, I was just, well, they get their guess they're in a lot of pain, and they, nah, nigga, we gonna spread this pain around. I ain't the only toast you gonna spread shit on. Okay, I don't know where the fuck that analogy came from. Anyways, Savage AF, if you're just coming in, we are just trying to figure out, like, as if it'll mean anything, but what should happen to Will Smith? What would be a proper punishment? Right? He deserves some sort of recourse for his actions. What would it be? Brian Pryor said that would have been his last time hosting the Oscars. You know, so part of me is like, you know, because Chris was up there to present, and after the slap, I'd have been like, the winner is Stephanie. We're going to commercial. I'll be right back. And then, you know, I'm following this nigga back to his seat. We in the orchestra pit with cellos up our ass if we have to, nigga. I don't give a fuck. I feel you, B. But you know, Chris did the right thing, because that if that had escalated and turned into the goddamn Source Awards, then you know we fucked, dog. You know that would just be a horrible look. So it kept it contained to nigga on nigga, and it didn't turn into crews and posses and, you know, Jaden Smith dancing in and Willow with, I don't know, you know, whatever. We didn't need to see all of that. Yeah, meet at the dressing rooms, Queen B. I'm with that. You know, I'll see you backstage. That's what backstage is for. Superstud 666 says, let Chris Rock slap him back. You know, but I'll add to that, Superstud, because I'm all for that. I'll add to that, on a global broadcast. Like, Chris Rock needs everybody in the world to see this nigga slap him back. Okay, I'm actually for that, Superstud. Pay-per-view, and then all the proceeds go to Hands Across Your Face, a foundation that I'm starting. But actually, I kind of really like that one, Superstud. And I usually don't call guys that. But the old slap back, but it's got to be broadcast. Like, we all got to see it. And then Chris has to do a smooth, suave, nonchalant walk away. Like, that felt great. The catharsis, the catharsism was just amazing. I'm giving it to Superstud, y'all, so far. This is the best fucking solution I've heard. Okay, now I added on the live pay-per-view part, but let Chris slap him back. Just get me them. Now I will say that I've shook Chris' hands. I don't know if there's something going on, but he kind of has. You know, a lot of comedians talk about his hands, and he does. I don't know if there's something going on there, so I don't want to joke about it. But I don't know how slappy his hands are. But he should be allowed a proxy or a substitute slapper if his hands aren't slap ready. Any of the brothers should be able to step in, or you know, the person of Chris's choice to be the alternate slapper. But yeah, so you know, I'm giving this, unless somebody else has really coming in with another solution. I do like to hit him in the pockets too. Well, not that I like it or want, but I'm like, that's you know, it's a way. You know, it's a way to make Will pay, literally, for what he did. But these are two extremely rich men, right? Bordering on wealthy, depending on how you look at it. So if I was Chris, you know, I'm not sure that, you know, financial gains is what I'm looking for here. God damn it, Superstud. I'm giving you this one, bro. You with it, and I'm moving on from here. Let's do a slap review. You know what I mean? The slap in Manila too. Yeah, they could go to Manila or motherfucking Zimbabwe, Zaire. I don't care. You know, like, turn it into an Ali Frazier thing. Ali, what's it, Foreman? Whatever. It don't matter. But let a laying of the hands occur or reoccur. Let Chris get his slap in. All right. Well, I'm glad we solved that. Moving on, guys. Savage AF, fuck your feelings, facts matter. That's our motto. When I say "our," I don't want you to think I'm schizophrenic. I usually have a co-host. He's usually right here, over right about here, on the screen. But today, MIA. I don't even know. He ain't even text back. I hope he's okay, man. We'll be checking in after the show. That being said, we'll keep it moving. Critical questions go down here. The most critical question that we ask always sounded like it is.
Motherfucker say what? Yeah. Motherfucker say what? Say yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, motherfucker say what? No. Literally, like, what did you say during the 7-hour gap in the White House calls on January 6th? Because that's what we're discovering now, that there is a 7-hour plus over 7-hour, I'll go ahead and say, gap in the White House logs, right? Now, logically, this can only mean a few things, right? There were just no calls made on January 6th from the White House to anybody for a 7-hour period on January 6th, from like 11 something in the morning until almost 6 p.m. There was just no calls were made from the White House to the White House. Yeah, that so nobody had anything to say to each other. Phone lines went down at the White House, crash, landlines don't always land. Maybe that happened. Or maybe some motherfuckers are covering up some shit, man. Okay? Maybe 2 words came into effect: burner phone. I'll let your boy. Now, we already know from the writings of Bob Woodward earlier in the pandemic, the release of his book about Trumpty Dumpty, that he liked to use, staffers' phones, other cell phones, and he was very aware and knowledgeable about the concept and the effectiveness of a burner phone when you don't want things to be traced, when you don't want a record of your communications. Okay, that's what a burner phone is for. We know that Trumpty Dumpty was all about that life. The way he used them, he could have been a cast member on The Wire. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking making drops for Avon Barksdale and shit. Motherfucking Stringer Bell. So the January 6th committee, what is it? The National Archives handed over these records or whatever, and we're seeing this 7-hour gap. They're talking about it on TV now. CNN must be watching us again. It's crazy. But yeah, guys, we know, we all know, we know, right? It's not that. Well, if no phone calls went in and out of the White House during that 7-hour period, that means they was on them things. That means that a flip phone, after certain conversations, got cracked in half. Boom, toss one half here, throw the other one in the river. Ha! Just to be safe, baby. But definitely what happened. I am, sure. Let's bring out the evidence and prove it. But come on, man. Come on, buddy. Wasn't born yesterday. I was born that night, but not last night. God damn it. The problem is because of the usage of burner phones, which we know, that's what happened. We're just going to call it, man. Just going to call it. I know facts matter, but sometimes you don't have them. So all that matters is what I say. God damn it. Shut up. We won't have any record of what was said. Therefore, through a committee or any courts, you won't have any real evidence during that time period of, anything that could be incriminating to Trumpty Dumpty or anybody else, or any other Republican, I should say, because that's right. There's like literally no Democrat that's under investigation or being called in for any involvement in January 6th. It's just like literally one party. Yeah, just, you know what I mean? It's all you guys. So there will be no record or evidence for a 7+ hour period on January 6th that can incriminate um, Trumpty Dumpty or any of his GOP minions. And that was the critical part. That's what we were looking for here, right? Is like these nuggets, and they've gotten some. They got Ginny Thomas, Clarence Thomas's overseer. I'm sorry, wife. Um, yeah, she's implicated herself in all kind of ways through text messages and whatnot. So in this sense, as dumb as we think Trumpty Dumpty is, he's smart enough to know that he's up to some foul shit and doesn't want a record of it. So throughout his time in the White House, for certain things he stayed off the White House phones because they're monitored, right? Like, I never understood Nixon and the Nixon tapes. Like, this motherfucker he wanted to record everything, and then just was in there saying all kind of crazy dumb nugget shit. I'm like, bro, you're on tape with this. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So yeah, man. Wait, some of y'all are still on the Will Smith stuff. Bronda's like, expose. She say expose some real dirt to make Will feel humiliation. I think the boy been humiliated enough. That's where the slap came from. Don't keep pushing. Stop poking the bear. You see the man ain't right. And neither is a 7-hour gap in White House logs. That's just, it ain't right. It's and then it's just one of those red flags. It's like, well, obviously you was up to something, bro. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah, Maya Baker says, remember the year of Nixon. Technology wasn't as sophisticated as it is now. I know, but yeah, the Nixon was just like tape, like cassette, good old magnetic cassettes. Oh, damn. I'm going to go back one more time. Brian Pryor said, have August be Chris's slapper. Now that would hurt. Yeah, that might be too far, B. Come on, man. Come on. We ain't trying to start World War III here. Come on, bruh. Biggie, Tupac, Nipsey. We don't need Chris and Will, like, real, because yeah, that would set it off. That would be wrong. Will deserves a laying of the hands as well, but whew, August would be tough, man. That would be a tough one. So we'll see, I guess, how the committee reacts or counters this gap. But that's what they're up against, is a whole lot of information dumping. Check the fire can. Something's on. The trash can. Something's on fire. And that's where we are with that. So 7-hour gap. Just wanted to keep y'all updated on that. I know it's a tense time in the Black community right now, in the community. You got the Fresh Prince fighting Pookie. You know what I'm saying? It ain't right. Carlton's on cocaine on the new Bel Air. It's a lot for us to handle right now. Okay. Kanye. I don't even know what to call that. It's just Kanye. Whatever's going on with that, it's all bad for the Black community. Something that is good for us. And it's better late than goddamn never. And all of this stuff between Ukraine and slappings and entanglements in August and June and July, whatever. Today, President Joseph Robinette Biden, your president of the United States of America, signed into law the Emmett Till Anti-Lynching Act. Okay. Probably could have used it in like 18 everything hundreds, 17. So, but what's today? We said it's 29th, 2022, March. Yeah, probably could have used that. Yeah, let's call it 200 years ago. Okay. But like I said, better late than fucking never, right? If you don't know who Emmett Till is, you're not Black. Okay, so this will be an explanation for the white folks, but he is essentially the catalyst for, unfortunately, a catalyst for the civil rights movement A young 14-year-old from Chicago went down south to visit family, not quite aware of the the traps of the South. He like spoke to a white woman or looked at her. She yells rape, or the whole town goes fucking nuts, and a group of grown ass white men like tortured a 14-year-old black boy and lynched him. And the mother had an open casket funeral, and thousands of black people came from around to just see the brutality. And seeing that brutality in 1955 when his murder occurred, it really sparked and got the civil rights movement as we knew it going. So that's your little backdrop there. So the bill, the lynching bill, and hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of black people were lynched before Emmett Till, and the same thing after him. But the law is now named after him. It will put I believe, a 30-year minimum on anybody convicted of lynching. And, before I got to college and took African American studies courses, I literally thought a lynching was just like, and it's a weird thing to say, I thought it was like just hanging a person from a tree. Like, what's wrong with that? Yeah, lynching is when you get hunting. No. A lynching ain't just hanging somebody. Like the way they used to do it, they would skin a black person alive, tar and feather them, set them on fire, castrate a black man, stuff his genitals in the mouth, then hang them from a tree, then hold their baby up or their kid or their 7-year-old and say, look. See how the white cat came in during the lynching conversation? This shit is deep, man. That's how they worked you. But anyway, and if you're listening to the podcast, that's why you should watch, because you missed the white cat. Never mind. So I came to learn with more advanced study of black, African American history, that a lynching was so much more than just a simple hanging, right? It's so much more. So that being said, some of you might be wondering, well, like, who's out here lynching nowadays? And we have heard some stories in recent years about, even in the high desert in California, of black men being found hung from a tree, and and they're like, oh, it's suicide. And like, is it though? It's a weird way for a black person to commit suicide by lynching themselves. That would be extremely weird. So those of you, for anybody out there who's wondering, like, what why this lynching isn't happening anymore, I would challenge you all or all of us to, and especially the legal system, to redefine and broaden the definition of a lynching, right? Because Ahmaud Arbery was absolutely lynched. I don't think we have to say modern day or any. The idea is chase a black person down and end their life. And whether you do it with a rope or tar and feathers or castrate or just stab them till they bleed and then hang them, or burn them to death or burn them alive, or a shotgun, or chase them down with your truck, drag them from the back of your truck like happened in Texas in the 90s. Like the hunting, Miss Averb, like you say, just lynching is basically the hunting of black people. So let's broaden our definition of lynching beyond hanging a black person from a tree, right? Like, it's not just that, even though that could happen any given day in America still, right? So I'm not saying like, oh, nobody's hanging anybody from trees. I'm like, nigga, this is guy. I don't trust white people at the park. I'm like, it's too many trees and too many white people. Bad combo. Historically for us, bad combo. I'm out of here, right? Open field, maybe. Around but I don't go camping with white people. It's too many trees. We're just not doing it. Sorry, guys. We could do Black Camp Weekend at Yosemite, nigga. 7 buses filled with Negroes. I'm doing it. Me and the goddamn Wilsons. Nope. I'm not doing no picnics either. Queen Bee, I see you. So yeah, man, we need to make sure that this anti-lynching law now actually covers everything that happens to black people, right? Like the cops commit lynchings. All that it's their job. Let's stop with the bullshit, right? The cops are the new lynchers, or not even new, but like they're the state sanctioned lynchers. But let's also make sure that this law, that they're beholden to this law as well. But the fact that for over 200 something years now, there has been no anti-lynching law, and that there have been, I think, like 200 attempts to pass a law in prior years, or previous years, I should say. Yeah, more than 200 attempts. It's just now happening. It says a lot about you, America. It says a lot about you. Super Stud said he's too frightened of camping now after the army. Yeah, I mean, army camping doesn't sound like fun. I'm gonna be honest, man. But I salute you, and hats off to you for your service, brother. Because I have gone to Afghanistan twice to entertain our troops. Not meant to brag, but I'm just saying, anybody who served, I have an added level of respect for you. And yes, we know Maya Baker, Queen Bee. I see you both. A lot of. I mean, the police were definitely created to, as slave catchers, and that's even the history in Europe. In Europe, there weren't police historically. The wealthy began to hire, private security essentially to protect themselves from the fucking villagers who were starving, and you got all the food, and yeah, they coming for your bread, motherfucker. Joe Wirtz, I see you. What up, though? Detroit is in this bitch. I got a couple of Detroiters, a couple of cast technicians in here. You know what we are, the mighty, mighty technicians. But man, I mean, cheers. I guess, like I say, better late. I'm not gonna complain that it just took you. I'm just gonna note, took y'all a while. It's like when your Uber Eats finally come. It's like, yeah, that took fucking forever, but I'm starving, so thanks. And thank you. I need these tacos. So okay. No tip. You're not getting a huge pat on the back for America for finally doing the shit you should have been done did. The app said the anti-lynching law was going to be here 200 years ago. What the fuck took you so long? Wrong address. It's not even what I ordered. Maya Baker said, where's my reparations? Woman, take it one thing at a time, God damn it. They just made it illegal to hang you from a tree, girl. Now you want money for it? That's why they don't give a shit. Give a nigga rope, want to be a cowboy. God damn. But I feel you though, Maya. I want mine too. I don't even know if it's a nigga named Pedro. I probably have to hit up individual islands and shit. Hit up Britain or some shit. Because, nigga named Pedro, I don't know. I have to get into my daddy's lineage and figure all that out. It's complicated. Keep your 40 acres in the mule if that's what it's going to cost. All right, man. I felt that was something positive that we, Nicole H said, get Spain. Yeah, no, they were I carry the name Hernandez, so we know what the source is, motherfucker. Okay? We know it's in my name. Pedro Delfino Hernandez. We coming for you, Spain. Pesos. We want the pesos. They do the lisp thing in Spain. All because one king one time had a lisp, and so he made everybody speak with a lisp, so he wasn't the weirdo. And not that people with lisps are weirdos, but that was a weird thing to do. That was a weirdo thing to do around your lisp. And the obviously abuse of power. ¿Cómo se llamas? Soy de España. Like, it's just a dumb way to talk, especially if you don't actually talk like, if it's not an impediment. Sorry, tangent. Anti-lynching. Let's go, y'all. Hopefully that'll keep us off of trees. Strange fruit. Speaking of some strange shit, man. This one fucked me up, and we're gonna end with this, guys. Okay, that's all I got for you today. I actually talk more than I usually do when I'm by myself. I get lonely. It's so lonely by myself. Anyways, we're gonna end with a little something like this.
Hey, hey, hey. It's your boy Black Pedro popping in. Hey, hey, hey. With another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'.
Hey, I popped in from behind some. I'm drunk. It's your boy Black Pedro with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'. Smooth. All right, man. Let me give it to y'all. Came across this one. Fucked my head up. You know, you can lock your doors, you can do a whole bunch of shit, but if a motherfucker wants to break in, if they want to steal, they're gonna do it. It's something inspirational about being diabolical. You know what I mean? It pushes creativity. Any villain you've ever seen on a cartoon superhero, they were always more creative than the heroes, right? Secret base, formula something, they done infiltrated the government. Heroes don't even think like that. They out doing press conferences like, hey kids, stay in school. So, you know, these hackers are out here working hard, man. Okay, they calling us every day, aren't they? They calling niggas about car warranties and niggas ain't got cars. Student loans, motherfucker, I dropped out of 11th grade. Get out of here. But this one, this one here's from Gizmodo. Here's the headline: hackers are impersonating police to subpoena people's data. Now you know how we see it all the time, right? It's just like what Congress is doing with the Trump. It's like let's get the phone records. Give me the phone records. We need to see what was said and what was done. It happens with cases all the time, right? Murder, fraud, whatever, right? They want to see the phone record. Give me the records, okay? Shit happens. The police ask Google, Facebook, whatever, all these companies, right? Amazon, they ask people for, let's see what kind of stuff they were ordering before he murdered his whole family, right? Like they can get access to this through subpoenas. What the hackers have done now is hacked police email accounts, right? Then send emails to fucking Google, Facebook, whatever firms, data firms, requesting chunks of data. And because it's coming from police.org or police.beatanigga.com, the data places are like, all right. And then they give over the data, your data, my data, all the data. Data don't sound like the smart thing to do. Data sounds dumb as fuck. No, but what are you going to do? Shit happens. Motherfuckers get scammed. You see an email that says this.com and you think it's from this.com, right? They hack into the police. So first of all, the police, what the fuck kind of how the fuck we supposed to trust the police? And they shit is hackable. Goddamn password is 123 police. You know what I mean? I don't know. Wait, I don't know. Password mo guns. Password kill niggas. Like these are very easy passwords to hack if you're a police officer. Okay, we know what you're up to, right? We get it. We get it. Bust heads. These, we know. So they act like they break in, they send a thing to the company, and then they get all our info. And then they go hack. That's like hack porn at that point. You know what I mean? They got your social and all this other shit. Yeah, password is password, Nicole. But with a capital P. So first of all, kill yourself, police, for having password as your password. Police.beatanigga as your website or whatever. I mean, we can't. Password donuts. There you go, Miss Adverb. See, now we're thinking. We're cracking. We're cracking the police DB already. That database won't stand a chance by the time we're done. Password is 50. See what I did? Okay. So that part, police shouldn't be getting hacked. Okay. Maybe paper is still good at this point, right? Maybe somebody should be, spend a little gas, go get an electric cop car and go on down to the data center and give them the paper from the judge. You want to see a little raised seal in the corner that says the state of whatever fuck state you in. You know what I mean? Signatures. Test that ink out. Make sure it's wet. Okay. Maybe maybe paper is necessary at this point. Maybe an email isn't enough to get thousands and thousands of people's data. Right? Like, hey, could you send over everybody's life digitally for us? Thank you. We is the police. Signed, Sergeant Police Captain. And then they put like the little police emoji, just saluting and shit. They probably don't even put police captain. They just signed, and then they put the emoji. And they're like, yeah, look, it's the police. And he's white. It's a white police officer. Come on. By the way, those emojis are weird because they like, the hair color be the same as their face. I'm like, when do you know when you know how to stop brushing? You know what I'm saying? He's just like, it looked like hair. I don't know. That's side note. Anyways, yeah, and so just another reason to be careful. The goddamn cops might be giving away your fucking shit and not even know it. They at the donut shop, and then they done forgot their password. Eating a donut, and they're like, "What was it? Damn, it's something I like. It was like sweet. Damn, what's my password?" That one fucked me up, guys, but that's it for today. Black Pedro pop in. Hackers are hacking cops so they can hack you. Be careful out there with your info. If your password is password, first of all, I need you to quit the police force. Okay, you're not doing good work. And then go back to school. Because that's where they get the police from, is dropouts. With donuts. Savage AF, man, fuck your feelings. Facts matter. If we said anything that offends you today, come see us live and then stay your ass in your seat. I swear to God, from here on out, comedy shows, whatever, I don't care what I say. If you cross the stage threshold, biscuits, I'm serving them hot and fresh daily. We're not asking questions. I'm like, hey, man, what's going on? Nope. Bing, bing. Then as you're looking up, I'll be standing over you. Okay? Like, you all right? You good? Okay, the police are here for you. Maybe they're there for me. I don't care. But do not come on stage. But come to the show. Alameda Comedy Club this Friday, Saturday. Shang and I, we're doing 4 shows. Unless you don't come, then we're doing like 2. But bring your ass out. Alameda, Bay Area. It's right below Oakland. And I didn't think anything could be below Oakland. Oh, man, that's an intra-California joke, I should say. Only SoCal and Bay Area people get that. It's no harm. Please come to the show, guys. Please. All right. Oakland, Alameda, SF. Come on, baby. Do what you do. We even tell you where you from. Huh? Vallejo? Come on through. We checking for weapons, but come on through. Friday and Saturday, Shang and I will be at the Alameda Comedy Club. Come see us this weekend. Other than that, you can see us tomorrow, Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll be right here for you live on YouTube and Facebook. Thank y'all for riding out with me. I'm sorry if I can't always get to all of the comments when I'm by myself, because then, it's like hard for me to talk and read and respond and thank. It's hard to thank and talk. That's why I only do one at a time. Savage AF, we'll be right back here for you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Hopefully, Shang will be with us as well, and you won't have to go Dro solo all week, because that's not really what you want, man. It's really about the banter and the different points of views, and I don't talk about rhinoceros or gorilla rape as much as Shang does, and I know you guys miss that, so we don't want to deprive you. We will see you tomorrow. Until then, keep your finger out.